Hello friends, today we're talking about the laundry routine. So here's what I want to tell you. Laundry, if you're an at-home homemaker, happens during the week only. We don't do it on the weekends, we do it during the week. Now, you might have a 9-year-old or older who you've assigned to do their own clothing, which I highly recommend, and that happens maybe on a Saturday and you are overseeing that. But generally through the week, you get your laundry done. If you can have a weekday where a 9-year-old could do their clothes, and maybe after you've gotten yours done, that would be even better because you want to save Saturday for Family Fun Day. If you're a payroll homemaker, I suggest that you start laundry in the morning and finish it in the evening, folding it and putting it away maybe after dinner, after you get ready for bed, before you go finally to bed, sometime in there. If that is not working for you, you may have to wash and dry. Like in Florida, I don't want to leave my clothes sitting in the washer all day. They won't smell right. We just have too high, our humidity is too high. But you might be able to, or you might have a timer on your machine. Don't ever leave the dryer running when you're not home. So don't do that because that's a fire hazard. But whenever you can wash and dry, if you can get a load washed and dried every day, that's going to be huge on Saturday. If not, you're going to end up doing loads on Saturday, and each load takes a little bit of time, and it's going to take a lot of your time. Right now, as a person under COVID restrictions, as most of us are, it might not be a challenge, but later when there's no COVID restrictions and you want to go off and do a picnic at the lake or whatever, you don't want to have 5 loads of laundry sitting waiting for you when you come back. So if you can find a way to get your laundry done during the week, that would be excellent. Or maybe on Saturday and Sunday, half and half, that won't be too bad. Okay, but that's the plan for laundry. Then when you do laundry, you have to have a plan for your laundry. So for me, my plan, and you can do any plan you please, there's lots of plans out there. There are plans where you can just put all the clothing together, as long as they are color fast, they won't bleed on each other. You can wash them together, dry them together, and put them away. I prefer not to do that. I prefer to wash my lights together, my darks together, my towels together, my sheets together. So that's my 4 categories. Sometimes I have whites, rarely. Even though I have white sheets, I don't identify whites. So I put my lights and my whites together because they are color fast. Okay, so here's what mine looks like. Monday is towels. Monday is sheets because we do sheets on Monday. We strip the beds. Tuesday is towels. Wednesday is lights. Thursday is darks. Friday is towels. That's how we do it. Now, I'll tell you how mine personally looks. Today is Wednesday. It is lights. It's time for me to wash my clothes. I wash my clothes separate from Larry's. He has no lights. Everything he wears is dark, at least in the winter. So all the lights belong to me or to my mom and I. And I wash them together, and I hang the majority of my whites up to dry, or lights up to dry, on hangers over the top of the door in a line in my bedroom with the ceiling fan on, and they're usually dry by the evening. And when they're dry, most of those things can be hung up in the closet. A white blouse, a beige sweater, those things can go in the closet. However, there are things that need to be taken off the hangers and folded and put in the drawers. My favorite pink pajamas, etc. Now I'm going to give you, we're going to stay on lights right now. I'm going to give you an example of what happened yesterday. Yesterday evening, I was drinking my favorite evening beverage, which is my Hills Brothers double cappuccino, sugar-free, double mocha, sugar-free cappuccino with Ready Whip, fat-free, and a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. I was drinking that and somehow managed to splash 3 little spots right here on my pajamas of chocolate milk. But you know, that's what it looks like, hot cocoa. So I went to the bathroom, I took a wet washcloth, I got a little soap on it, and I rubbed each of those little spots and put my hand under it and got it real good. And when it dried, I noticed this morning it still had faded spots. I could still see it. So when I took those pajamas off this morning, I put them in the lights. But before I did, I took my laundry detergent and I poured it in the cap because I was actually going to put the lights in the machine. So I already had them in, but that one top, poured it in the cap, took the cap, put a little spot of liquid detergent on each spot, rubbed it gently, and put it in the machine. That particular detergent is excellent and it will take care of those clothes. I use Hycatron Royal Linen on my personal laundry. It smells wonderful, it cleans wonderfully, and I don't need a softener. So I put that on, put that in the washing machine. Now when I'm through making this recording, my clothes are done. So I'm going to go and shake them out and hang them up to dry, just like I described. That's my laundry routine for lights. Now darks are mainly Larry's. However, I wash my mother and my darks separately from Larry's. So because he wears only darks, he can make a whole load of darks in a week on his own. And my mother and I don't wear that many darks. So together we have a load. So I'll do 2 loads of darks. I start with mine because they need to be hung up. Mom's go in the dryer. Hers are like darker pajamas that can be dried. Mine all get hung up. My jeans, everything gets hung up with clips and hung on that doorway again. Larry's go right in the dryer when his come. But when the timer rings, it's time for me to go take them out, fold them, and put them away. If I'm working, because I work from home, this is what I do, then I'll go warm them up and soften them up when it's time to fold them, and then take them out and fold them and put them away. Go put them where they belong. My mother's pajamas in her drawer. My husband's, I don't put his away. I lay his stuff on our bed and he puts them in his drawers. So his shirts he'll hang up, his shorts, he wears shorts all the time. His shorts, they're folded, he'll put them in his drawer, his underwear, his socks, etc. All get put away. And he's excellent. He will not leave them laying around. He will not shove them on the floor. I would be aghast if he did. He's just not that guy. He's a very tidy, organized, and non-sidetracked person. So he'll put his away, and I can depend on that. If I couldn't, I would put them away for him. Okay, so that's darks. Towels. I wash towels all together, all towel-y things. The mop head that I used to mop the kitchen is in my towel stack. The cloth, the microfiber cloth that I use to wipe the glass is in my towel stack. The microfiber cloth that I use to polish the solid surface stove and the refrigerator every evening is in my towel stack. And I don't use softener. I just use detergent. I use Gain on those. And I put Gain in and I wash them and I dry them. And occasionally when Marty is here, she loves to fold towels. She'll fold the towels for me. Patty will fold towels for me, or I'll fold the towels. And if they have been sitting in the dryer, I don't generally warm them up because they don't tend to wrinkle. So I just fold them and put them away. If they look like they don't look good to me, I'll warm them up. Okay, so sometimes I warm them up. I always clean the lint filter when I take a load out. I always clean the lint filter. In my dryer, I use woolly balls. I have 5 wool balls. They actually come in sets of 3. I had 2 sets. I lost one and I just decided to use all 5, and I've used 5. It sounds like a little war going on in there, but I like my wool balls. They separate my clothes, help them dry faster, and make them soft. So they're in my dryer with my towels or anything that I'm drying, and I leave them in. So when I take the towels out, I have to kind of shake the towels to find the ball to put back in the dryer. And it's time, because those balls have been used for probably 8 months, time for me to shave them because they're starting to pick up little colors of lint and string, which is their job. But it's time to shave them and make them look new again. And if you ever have those and you need to, you can actually wash them in the washing machine, dry them thoroughly, and then they'll be ready to go again. After about a year, they say you need to do that. I may be wrong. That's what I think I read. All right. And you don't have to use wool balls. There are other things I use. When I use my Mrs. Meyer's honeysuckle detergent, I use the honeysuckle softener, and I use the honeysuckle beads, scent beads, and everything smells lovely like honeysuckle. My husband does not like that smell, so I don't use that on his clothes. I use Gain. It doesn't irritate his skin for some reason. That's the thing that he uses. I do have some all with no fragrance that I can use if I need to, but he's perfectly good with the Gain, and I prefer a fragrance, so that's what I use. I have spot remover in case I need to use that. However, I will tell you that some Dawn detergent, or even Mrs. Meyer's honeysuckle liquid detergent for the dishes, dish detergent, works great on spots. And you just have to put it on the spot and work it in. Sometimes if you know it's going to leave a stain like tomato sauce, if you can get it right away and rinse it real good with water and then do a little bit of soap on it, that's going to be great. and then put it in. Sometimes I will use some OxyClean. If something needs to be brightened up, OxyClean is great for removing stains and brightening clothes. So a scoop of OxyClean, it's not very much. It's very little that I put in, but occasionally I'll use that. That lasts a long, long time. So that's my laundry routine. And so you'll have a similar one. It won't be exactly like mine. There are so many tips out there for things to do. For example, if there's grease on something, a stick of chalk, a kid's white chalk, is great for removing grease from things. The thing you want to remember is you don't want to wash your clothes and dry them with grease or stains, because when you dry them, it tends to set those stains and it's hard to get them out. Not impossible, but hard, much harder. All right, so basic story: wash your clothes every day, dry your clothes every day, fold and put your clothes away every day. That's the laundry routine. It happens Monday through Friday for at-home homemakers. It could happen Monday through Friday for payroll homemakers. If it's inconvenient for you, it's not going to work for you, then maybe you can get 1 or 2 loads in during the week and the rest on Saturday and Sunday, so you're not doing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loads all at one time. Okay? Delegating. If a child is 9 or older, they are old enough, strong enough. Let's not even worry with the age. Just start at 9 and say, is my child strong enough? Can they physically do the job? Do they have the manual dexterity to do this? And do they have the maturity to do this? They won't have the maturity to take it out and put it in the dryer. They won't have the maturity to take them out and fold them without your oversight. But they have to learn sometimes, and at 9 years old, it's a great time to start. So that by 10, no problem. They've got the laundry. All right? So delegate as needed. And enjoy doing your laundry. Enjoy it. It's a wonderful, fun thing to do. You're folding clean, sweet clothes. You don't have to handle the dirty very much. You just have to pop them in the machine. The machine does the hard work. It scrubs, it tosses, it washes, it rinses, it dries. You just have to load, unload, fold, or hang up and put away. Remember, the laundry isn't complete until it's hung up and put away. So if somebody says, I did the laundry for you, and they've left you a load in the dryer, they did not do you any favors. They just pushed the machine buttons. The favor is doing the laundry for you, which is folding it, hanging it up, and putting it away. But you can't look a gift horse in the mouth sometimes, but you might want to say, you know what, I hadn't planned on doing laundry today, or I'd already done laundry today. This was tomorrow's laundry. And I appreciate you doing that. However, I don't want to stop and fold these now, so could you fold them for me? Yeah, that's what you might have to say. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy doing your laundry, and I hope you always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful. Bye.